Hello and welcome to another edition of Seahawk Spotlight. I'm Ed Habershaw, and I'm joined by Alex Hulme, a senior member of the Salve Regina football team. Welcome, Alex.
Thanks for having me.
You've just completed a sensational senior season with the Seahawk football team, 8-2 overall record, and a second straight triumph in the ECAC Bowl Championship, which you were named Most Outstanding Player. But let's start 4 years ago when you were a senior at Hopkinton High School, and you had a decision to make, and you chose this seaside campus to go to school. Why Salve Regina?
I just knew Salve was like a good choice for me. I mean, the community's great, the location's perfect, and I came over here on my overnight visit, and I stayed with one of our coaches now, Coach Bonacore. I stayed with him, and I loved all the players. They were very welcoming. And I just got a great vibe from the community, so it's like Salve's a great place for me.
One visit and that sold it for you?
Yeah, just one visit. Yeah, I came up here for just overnight, and that was it.
We're recruited by then head coach Bob Chesney.
Yep.
And he targeted you as a defensive player.
Yeah, he wanted me to come in and play defense, but I don't know, after high school I was kind of tired of hitting people bigger than me, so I would always talk to my mom about it too. It'd be better for me to run away from the bigger kids than run to them. So it was kind of funny.
Why biology?
I chose bio because I was always interested by science. I mean, just it explains like why everything happens in our body and anything else in the world really. But I was not a businessman. Can't do business. I didn't really want to go into math, but I just knew that science was like the best choice for me. So.
How has biology helped you on the football field, knowing how your body works and how it can recover from some of the hits you take?
Yeah, it helps with, at least protein-wise, taking in proteins, being able to recover your muscles more, taking care of your body, injuries, so swollenness, take ice, and it just really helped me understand, like workout-wise too, about different ways, the different workouts to help different parts of your body, and like rehab, help you take care of your body very well.
Why football? What brought you to the sport of football, and how old were you when you got interested in it?
My brother actually was the one who brought me into football. He played out in California in high school. He played in high school, and I always wanted to try it, but I was just stuck with baseball the whole time. Then when I moved to Massachusetts, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I was actually underweight, but actually I made the weight by 0.25, I think, was like the cutoff for Pop Warner. And then ever since then I just love the sport, and I would always balance baseball and football. They're my two favorite sports. And then ever since coming here, I was just like, I got an opportunity to play for Coach Chesney and with Coach Gill, and I got on the field my freshman year, so I was like, might as well stick with football, get bigger, because I came in at 150, and then football is perfect because you play on Saturday, and that's it. You don't have to really miss any class. I think it just kind of fit better, football did.
Alex, you were a Defensive Player of the Year your senior year in high school at Hopkinton for the Tri-Valley League. When and why did you make the focus switch to offense as a football player?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just liked having control of the football in my hands. I just felt like defensive-wise, you kind of have to play the person in front of you, and I kind of like the feeling of someone else playing me rather than me having to play them. So I felt like it'd just be more fun to, run around with the football. As everyone's cheating, even defenders will deny it, but they love when they get a chance to get their hands on the football. So,
Alex, another Hopkins standout followed you to Newport, and that is Barrett Hanlon. While he excels on the hardwood, talk about your days as high school teammates on the football team.
Yeah, we really meshed well together. We were best friends since high school, and it was kind of like a 1-2 punch. He was in the slot on the left, and I was in the slot on the right, or vice versa. And the defenses really didn't know how to cover us. I mean, he's a tremendous athlete. He's fast, quick, catches everything. And we actually had a play in Thanksgiving where it was a double pass. And I think it was 2 years in a row we'd done it. where he would throw me the ball and he'd catch it, and it was too great. He's a great athlete.
He's brought that athleticism to the basketball court here, a two-time first-team all-conference performer in the Commonwealth Coast Conference.
Yeah, he's an amazing basketball player. Like in high school, I remember I used to be able to take him one-on-one, and now he's just excelled way too far. Like, he's great, and he's definitely going to carry that team this year.
So a little bit of a rivalry on the basketball court, huh?
Yep. I'll still get him a couple games, but he'll take me down.
All right. Nearly half of your career receiving yards have come in this past season, 2015, and 2 of the 4 best all-time single-season receiving yardage have been produced by you in 2014 and 2015. Talk about your growth as a football player from your freshman year to your senior year.
Yeah, so obviously freshman year, it was like the whole kind of weight change. Like, I knew I had to gain weight. I came in very undersized, but there's a lot of like coaching staff changes that really helped too, and a lot of teammates that I got to know better that helped grow on me. First of all, Coach Lynch came in my sophomore year and junior year, and he was a great addition. He used to play for Coach Gill in college, and he knew exactly what he was talking about. He would always critique us, and it was just, he like helped perfect our craft. And then having teammates like Trainer and Mahoney, they really like brought me under their wing, and Trainer showed me like proper way to run routes. You know, the effort that Mahoney shows too, it was just amazing. It really helped a lot. And then this year, having Trainer come back and having him coach, and even Coach Bonacore and Coach Musco, it really helped a lot, having players that I used to play with that can see that from a different perspective now, help critique your craft. It really helped a lot this year to do well.
Speaking of that, do you see coaching in your future?
I never really considered myself much as a coach, so I would probably say no, but yeah, maybe my kids' team someday, but definitely not college.
What is it about coaching that helps you to excel?
It's watching the film and having them critique even the slightest things to help perfect the craft. When, like, if you take a false step, the coaches are right there to tell you, and especially on the field. Like, I remember several times this year, I put the headset on, talked to Trainer, being like, did I run that correctly, or like, what should I have done better? And he'd tell me right on the field, like, what should correct? We go out there, do it, and it'll work perfectly. Alex,
how are you different from when you first arrived here as a freshman at Salve Regina?
I would say that at least I've grown. I've become more mature, and especially with, like, let's take workload, for example. And football has really helped me with that. Like, in season, you get a specific schedule, like what you need to do. Like, I got practice, I got a class, and then I got film, I got a lift, and then, like, you know, at that moment, like, once you're done all your football stuff for the day, you have to get your work done, and in order to get it done for the next day, and that kind of really helped. But I just felt like overall, I've just grown up a lot. I mean, football's really helped me, like, mature as a human being and be able to take more responsibility for myself in my life. It was just fantastic.
And in what ways are you still the same?
I still have the little kid inside me where if I see a football or I see a ball, I just want to play with it, play. I just want to go out there and, like, high energy. I just love it. I love being out there on the field. Like, it's great. So I feel like I'm still kind of a kid in that sense.
Talk about your pregame routine on game day. You know, what do you go through, and who do you do it with, and what helps you get the most ready for a game?
Yeah, at least this season, every single time we went to a game, I have my roommate Danny Eyes. He had to drive. We had to listen to country music on the way over. And then once we get to the school, it was just, I would listen to just mellow music, just to keep it cool. And then it wouldn't be until like 15 minutes before game time where you start trying to listen to music that kind of gets you pumped up and excited. And then I'd always go out early to get, like, extra loose with Zach Rodriguez. We'd always go and just throw the football, and it just helped me, like, calm down, like, on the field. And I always came into the games with, like, a mellow attitude. You can't be uptight. Like, it's just fun. Like, football is just fun, and it just gets the nerves out right away when you just know you're gonna go out there and just play for fun instead of being like, oh man, I better make this play, better make that play, and it just made it easy.
Now, Trainer got to throw the football during his career as a wide receiver. Did you ever get to throw the football?
No, I didn't. I definitely should have though, because I mean, I got a cannon. I could throw that ball. I was trying to set up a play where I could throw it, but it just never got around to it.
Alex, what's the best compliment you've ever received?
I would just say, like, I don't know if there's one specific one, and it's kind of weird. It would be other defensive backs I'm playing against in the game. They'll start giving me compliments and being like, after I burn them, they'll be like, oh, that would be like good route, like you got me on that one. And I'm just like, I feel like you shouldn't be saying that to me. Like, I feel like you should be trying to like bring me down or get in my head somehow. But I'll say though, like those compliments right there are just like the greatest. Like they know that they're beat, and you know that you have them, and it's just easy from then on out.
Because you did get a compliment from number 23 from Hassan.
Oh, did I?
After that championship.
Oh yeah, he came up to me and he told me that I had a great game, and I was like, he had a great game too. I mean, he played great defense, but yeah, he just at the end of the day, he was complimenting me all game long again too. But it was just a great battle. He's a great player.
And talk about that Hassan game. It was a battle for you.
Mm-hmm.
You produced some incredible numbers, both reception-wise, yardage-wise, and touchdown-wise, including the game-winning touchdown.
It was just a great game to end my Salve career on. I mean, under the lights at Central Connecticut D1 school, they got a jumbotron there. It's like it felt like a tournament atmosphere with all the other teams going to come play at that neutral site, and especially ending a career on Friday Night Lights is just amazing. It brings me back to high school, and that was just like they're a great team. So it was a battle. It was punches back and forth. I mean, we finally came together as a team and just made a huge comeback. And we suffered some injuries. Nico went down, and Bobby Vol came in. And he played fantastic. I mean, he really made that game. He came in and he filled some big shoes and just did a great job.
And the atmosphere included a really big-time broadcast. The ECAC did a nice job of bringing in professional broadcasters. Emory Hunt not only had some nice praise for you during the game, and the broadcast featured you as a player to watch, but after the game there was a tweet from Emory Hunt, the color analyst, saying, "At Salve Athletics, Hume and Safo Daco, pro potential."
Yeah, I just thought that was a great compliment to have. Like, it went a long way. It makes me feel great. Kind of keeps me humble though, because I don't want to just take it to heart really, but I just think it was a really nice thing that he said that. I don't know where he's going to lead, but I think it was very nice of him.
Hey, the Patriots need somebody.
Yeah.
Their wide receivers are going down so quickly.
We'll call it Belichick, see what he says.
You've got some school left.
Yeah, I got to finish that first.
Speaking of the Patriots, Alex, I suspect that a former wide receiver for the Pats, Wes Welker, might be a potential role model for you in the sport of football.
Yeah, no, he really was. I mean, he's probably like 5'9", 180, kind of around the same size I am right now. And it just shows how it doesn't matter how big you are. Like, if you're good enough and you're fast enough, you can go out there and do it. And I think he's really opened like a door for a lot of smaller players in the NFL, like Tavon Austin and even Edelman. Edelman's not that big of a guy, but I mean, it just shows that it's just talent and effort that really will make you a great player.
Who's been your role model for life?
I would say my role model for life would be my dad. My dad's he's just positive about everything. Like, no matter what happens in life, my dad always keeps a level head, and he always finds the positive out of it. He always sees the light at the end of the tunnel. I know when I don't, I'll be able to talk to my dad, and he'll be able to give me great advice. And you know, he always used to talk about effort with me, and how effort will get you places. He used to say a Vince Lombardi quote to me all the time. Basically said, it doesn't matter how smart you are, it doesn't matter how talented you are, it only matters how much effort you put into it, because if you don't put enough effort into it, you're not going to get what you want to achieve. And I really took that quote to heart, and I was like, if I want to be successful in life, I'm going to have to put full effort in everything I do. So I would say my dad.
And your dad was there on senior day, and as were all the family members. What was it like emotion-wise for you playing your last home game at Gaudet?
Really, it just felt great. It's been the people that supported me throughout my whole entire life were there. My grandparents there, my mom was there, my brother, my sister, my girlfriend. They've really been like my huge fan base ever since I could remember. and it just really meant a lot that they could see me in my last home game in a Salve Regina uniform play, because they're what keep me playing all the time. I play for them a lot, so I know they love seeing me out there, and I try to make them proud.
So you're a celebrity in their eyes.
Yeah.
If you could spend a day with any celebrity, who would it be?
I would choose Will Smith. I've always liked Will Smith as an actor, and I mean, he makes great movies, and I would just think it'd be cool if I could hang out with Will Smith for a day. I think that'd be awesome.
You've played with some great quarterbacks, at least at Salve Regina University, Steve Wilkin and Brandon Basil. Talk about their similarities and their differences and what it meant being able to catch a ball that they've thrown.
Yeah, similarities-wise, they both can fire the football. They both got rocket arms. They could laser it in there, fit the tight windows, and then they also could loft it up there for a nice fade ball or a post, and they could really just get the ball out to you. They're really good at that. Steve uses the legs a little more than Basil did, and that helped a lot when he needs to get out of a sticky situation or zone reads, and he'll be able to keep it, and he'll get some extra yards. That was nice. And then Basil just had a much better pocket presence too, more like a Tom Brady type. He just sits in the pocket, makes his reads, and then delivers a strike. So I think they both had their differences and similarities, but they're both extremely great quarterbacks.
So Brandon, just on the job for the first time this year, he helped lead you to a record-setting performance against Endicott.
Yeah, the Endicott game, I mean, we always play them tough. They're our rivals, so we just knew we had to bring it, and we had 2 weeks to get ready for it with a bye week. We just zoned in that game. Every single ball was right on the money. All the routes were crisp, and we even had other people helping get open, Derek, Mitch, and Roop, and they're all running out there, running their routes perfectly, so it kind of just opened up the entire field. Everyone did their job, and the O-line, they blocked perfectly and just gave Basil enough time to make the throws, and we just really, came together as a group and played it very well there.
Who on this current team do you see taking over the role of Alex Hulme?
I think all the receivers could. I see Roop stepping up big time. I can see DeLorco stepping up, Wizialco, and then they'll bring up the freshmen. The freshmen need a little work, but they'll be able to bring them up and take them under their wings, just like I was. Yeah, they'll do a great job.
Alex, you've had a lot of memorable moments on the football field. What's been the most memorable class you've ever taken, Salve or otherwise?
I would say most memorable class, well, it's probably my organic chemistry class. I work for that teacher right now, Dr. Meshwitz, and I think I just learned the most in that class. It was a hard class, but I think I just learned the most, and I finally started understanding everything about how reactions happen the way they're supposed to happen. And I think it was just really eye-opening, and kind of just the reason why I like science.
What does the future hold for Alex Hulme?
Just gonna ride this football thing as long as I can, see what opportunities arise from it. Going down to Myrtle Beach to play in the D3 Classic game on December 19th with my roommate Danny Ives. And then if football doesn't end up working out, I want to go into forensics. I want to work in a crime lab, go to crime scenes, and see if I can help solve some crimes.
After you graduate in May 2016, what will you miss most about Salve Regina?
Definitely miss my teammates. It's going to be the number one thing I'll miss the most. I love them. I love coming to school every day and being able to see them, joke around, and remember all the good times we had on the field. Definitely miss playing football for Salve. Great atmosphere, great fan base, and then beautiful location. And then just the whole thing about going to a D3 school is having the close connections with your teachers, and I think I'll miss that a lot. Just learning from them, and it's a great place to be. Newport's great. It's done me well.
And Salve Regina will miss you. Thank you for joining us on this Seahawk Spotlight with Alex Hulme. My name's Ed Habershaw. Have a great day.